Testing. Sharon, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Mr. Whiston, I see you have your hand raised.
I think, Mr. Whiston, can you, he texted and said his microphone was muted, but we tried unmuting it, so I'm not sure. It's showing unmuted on our end. Mr. Miller, can you talk as well, and we want to just make sure you're not muted?
Hello, everyone. Rich,
Okay.
hopefully you can hear me.
We can, thank you. I'm not sure if any of the other board members have called in. If you have, you may need to let us know so that we can make sure that you're unmuted. We're trying to catch everyone, but if you're not here on video, we might have to manually do it.
Sharon, an important note for the board members: if they are on audio, they'll need to press *6 to unmute themselves after you grant permission.
Okay, so Mr. Whiston, can you try doing that, pressing *6? Oh, 20 seconds.
Sharon, you can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thanks.
Mr. Gupta is muted too, so we're going to try to find him, get him unmuted.
This is Trina.
Hi, Trina, we can hear you.
Good. Sorry, I tried logging in a couple different ways and it's just not working.
Okay, well, we have you, so. Mr. Grimm says,
Sharon, did you get the notice? The one person *6 did not work?
Yes, we're trying to figure it out on our end.
No,
So,
you're fine. I just wanted to make
give us
sure.
a minute.
Sharon, another note, when you press *6, your phone must be unmuted as well. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, this is Sharon. We're trying to just make sure all the board members have the ability to speak. So, Mr. Houston, do you want to go around and just make sure everyone's mic is working and then?
Sure.
And go.
Mr. George, can you hear us and speak?
I can hear you as long as you guys can hear me.
You're good. Mr. Bukta?
Okay, so we will work with him.
Okay. Ms. Bittner?
I am present.
Ms. Ferris?
I am present.
Actually, Mr. Bukta just said he's not able to get through on his end. Mr. Graham? Mr. Graham?
Okay, he was having trouble with his mic, so we're gonna work with him. He can hear
Okay.
us, but
Mr. Hubert?
Yes, present.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Whiston?
okay, we'll work with him to get his mic going.
Okay.
Okay, give us a couple minutes and we'll try to get them unmuted and go
Okay.
from there.
Can you hear me now?
Is that you, Mr. Whiston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Just trying to figure out the mute, unmute, because I usually just use the phone, not the *6.
Okay. We're still trying to get 2 other people on, so if you just want to hold tight for a minute. Mr. Grimm, can you talk and see if we can hear you and unmute yourself? I think we've got you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Terrific.
Okay, I think we just see Mr. Gupta. Oh, I see.
Okay, Sharon, my mic is on.
Perfect. Okay, I think we have everyone and I think we are ready to get started. So apologies for the delay. We had to do some technical adjustments here. So I will, Mr. Houston, it is all you.
All right. Sharon, you verified every board member then?
Yeah, yes, but we can double check when we go through.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure before I started and did roll call, I had an empty spot. So, okay.
In 90%.
All right. All right. Good afternoon. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025 at 1:14 p.m. and I hereby call to order this meeting of the Ohio Board of Pharmacy. My name is Jeff Houston, and I am president of the board. We will begin by taking roll. Because we are holding this meeting via Teams, board members, please unmute yourself and indicate your presence when your name is called. Jason George.
Can we just pause for 1 minute? We just
Sure.
want to make sure the recording is happening and we're getting an interesting message here. So we might need to just start over.
I can start over.
Oh, sorry. We could do a meeting.
After I get my prescription, can I use food time? So I know you.
Okay, Mr. Houston, go ahead and we can start.
We're recording.
We are recording manually, not video.
All right. You could record it in Teams as well.
That's the issue we're having. It's not
Oh,
recording.
gotcha. All right. Good afternoon. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025 at 1:21 p.m. And I hereby call to order the meeting of the Ohio Board of Pharmacy. My name is Jeff Houston and I am president of the board. We will begin by taking roll. Because we are holding this meeting via Teams, board members, please unmute yourself and indicate your presence when your name is called. Mr. George,
Here.
Mr. Bukta,
Here?
Ms. Bittner,
Here?
Ms. Ferris,
Here.
Mr. Grimm,
Here.
Mr. Hubert,
Here?
Mr. Miller,
Here.
and Mr. Whiston.
Here.
Did I hear you,
I'm
Mr.
here.
Whiston? Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Also present is Executive Director Stephen Shearholt and Chief Legal Counsel Sharon Martin Moore and Chief Pharmacist Jenny Way. We are here today to review the possible emergency scheduling of metragenine-related compounds. Prior to our discussion, I would like to turn things over to the board's Chief Legal Counsel to provide a brief background on the board's emergency scheduling authority. Ms. Martin Moore.
Good afternoon, board members. Per Ohio Revised Code 3719.45, the State Board of Pharmacy by emergency rule adopted in accordance with Division G of Section 119.03 of the Revised Code shall add a previously unscheduled compound, mixture, preparation, or substance to Schedule 1 if the board determines that the compound, mixture, preparation, or substance has no accepted medical use in treatment in this state and poses an imminent hazard to the public health, safety, or welfare. In determining whether a previously unscheduled compound, mixture, preparation, or substance poses an imminent hazard to the public health, safety, or welfare, the board must consider all of the following three factors with respect to the compound, mixture, preparation, or substance. 1, its actual or relative potential for abuse. 2, the scope, duration, and significance of that abuse. 3, the risk it poses to the public health. I will now turn things over to Chief Pharmacist Jenny Way, who will review the three-factor analysis for the scheduling of kratom.
Good afternoon. The full three-factor analysis was provided to you prior to this meeting. Today, we'll be considering classifying metragenine-related compounds as Schedule 1 controlled substances. Per the governor's request, the proposed emergency rule targets synthetic kratom products, as well as any future emerging synthetic products developed utilizing these compounds. We'll be conducting additional reviews of all kratom products, including the natural leaf product, in the coming months. I'd like now to review the information contained in the three-factor analysis. The first factor is the actual or relative potential for abuse. Both the FDA and the EU have determined that kratom and metragenine-related products bind to the mu opioid receptors. The kratom commercialization has led to modification of its main ingredients, metragenines, and these include products available containing the psychoactive ingredients 7-hydroxymetragenine, or 7-OH, metragenine pseudoindoxyl, MP, and MGM-15, that dihydro-7-hydroxymetragenine. 7-OH and NPs are approximately 10 and 100 times more potent than the metragenine, respectively. In the various preclinical studies, 7-OH has demonstrated greater potency than classical opioid. For example, 7-OH produces respiratory depression with more than threefold greater potency than morphine does. As the kratom's commercialization has grown, so too have the numbers of the adverse events reported to poison control centers. From January 1st to July 31st of 2025, poison centers in the United States received 1,690 reports of exposure cases involving kratom, which is a number that already surpasses the total for all of 2024. According to the FDA, no marketer has sought to develop a drug that includes mitragynine-related products in the U.S. No mitragynine-related products have been approved for medical use as a drug or generally recognized as safe by the FDA. Kratom is illegal in 33 countries, including Malaysia, where it is found naturally. It is also banned in several states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Indiana, Vermont, Rhode Island, Louisiana, and Wisconsin. And in August of this year, Florida Emergency scheduled 7-OH. On November 5th of 2025, the Toledo City Council actually moved to ban the sale of mitragynine-related substance, and on that same day, the state of Kentucky moved to classify 7-OH as a Schedule I narcotic. The medications approved by the FDA to treat opioid use disorder have been used to treat individuals experiencing substance use disorder associated with mitragynine-related compounds. So, for example, a case report of a male in the 40s with a history of kratom use was successfully treated with buprenorphine and naloxone, which helped alleviate his withdrawal symptoms and allow him to abstain from the kratom. The second factor is the scope and duration and significance of use. Mitragynine preparations in the U.S. may differ significantly from the traditional kratom preparations. Where isolates and extracts are widely available in the U.S., kratom was traditionally made from boiling fresh leaves. The impacts are notable as increased demands, including for the 7-OH and MP products, has coincided with a wide variety of product preparations such as gummies, organic extracts, vapes, liquid shots, and tablets. And in fact, these websites stresses the ease of consuming semi-synthetic products over the kratom. And as mentioned previously, adverse events related to kratom consumptions are on the rise. From January 1st to July 31st, 2025, the poison centers in the U.S. have received over 1,690 reports of these exposures case involving the kratom. The National Drug Early Warning System, or NDEWS, they conduct a real-time national surveillance to detect emerging drug trends. And according to NDEWS, Reddit users report the following regarding mitragynine-related compounds. And as described, the user described that they have withdrawal symptoms from concentrated alkaloids product as more severe than traditional kratom leaf, with some comparing them to pharmaceutical opioid withdrawals. A limited awareness exists about the pharmacological differences between the traditional kratom and these novel derivatives, leading to unexpected overdose-like symptoms, including respiratory depression concerns. In Ohio, the Ohio Substance Abuse Monitoring Network, or OSAM, report from January 2025 found the kratom use associated with opioid use, as substance reportedly has similar effects. Kratom is reportedly advertised to help mitigate opioid withdrawal symptoms and stop opioid use. And the third factor is the risk to the public health. And in Ohio, there's been a growing number of deaths associated with kratom, which contains the main active constituents, mitragynine and 7-hydroxymitragynine, have been reported, indicating that these compounds are a risk to public health. From 2019 to 2024, the Ohio Department of Health reported at least 202 deaths in which kratom is listed as a cause of death. And a 2025 study examining the respiratory depression of morphine and 7-OH found that both induce significant respiratory depressions and could be reversed using the naloxones. The authors conclude that 7-OH may expose individuals to similar risks as classic opioids. And there are several forensic cases of opioid-like deaths with the lung congestions and high postmortem mitragynine blood concentrations with no obvious alternative causes of the death have been reported. And there are also reports of naloxone being successfully used to reverse kratom intoxications. There are also documented cases of kratom used by expecting mothers, resulting in neonatal abstinence syndrome for newborns. And these cases are particularly concerning, given that the promotion of kratom products as a safe alternative to the opioids may well persuade expectant mothers to consume kratom products to avoid adverse impacts of opioids on their unborn child. Lastly, nationally, the FDA notes that the number of fatal overdose cases reported by the Drug Enforcement Administration toxicology testing program, in which one or more of these substances were detected from 2023 to 2025, that these testings are approximately threefold higher than for the years 2019 through 2022, coinciding with more recent entry of mitragynine-related products in the marketplace, such as 7-OH and MP. Limited preclinical data suggests that 7-hydroxymitragynine likely confers greater misuse potential than mitragynine, again, indicating that there are new, more concentrated products with higher alkaloid amounts are isolated, highly potent alkaloids may have enhanced risk to the public health. And lastly, I'd like to read to you one of the examples in a public comment that we recently received that highlights the risk of public health of these compounds being widely available to the general public. And the comment states, I am writing to urge the board to finalize the proposed classification of 7-hydroxymitragynine, or 7-OH, and other kratom compounds as Schedule I controlled substances. I have personally witnessed the devastating effects of 7-OH. My husband has struggled with severe addiction, enduring constant withdrawal symptoms and repeated relapses. The substance's easy availability in stores and online has made it nearly impossible for him to fully recover. And I have seen how accessible it puts others at risk. And this concludes the review of the 3-factor criteria.
Mr. Houston, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. Does the board have any questions for either Ms. Martin Moore or Ms. Way? All right, seeing no questions, is there a motion to find that after thorough review of available data, the Ohio Board of Pharmacy hereby finds that the mitragynine-related compounds, 1, has no accepted medical use and treatment in this state, and 2, pose an imminent hazard to the public health, safety, or welfare. Based on these findings, the board hereby concludes that mitragynine-related compounds should be controlled in Schedule I and requests the governor to issue an order pursuant to Division G of Section 119.03 of the revised code for the emergency filing of Rule 4729:9-1-01.1 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Mr. President, I'll make that motion.
Ms. Ferris, I'm assuming that was Ms. Ferris, okay?
Yes, sorry, Ms.
Okay,
Ferris,
Ms.
I'll make that
Ferris.
motion.
All right, is there a
Mr.
second?
President, Mr. Grimm will second.
Mr. Grimm will second. Any discussion?
Mr. Houston, this is Sharon. I just want to clarify, I believe you said revised code and it should be administrative code.
Oh, all right, administrative code, okay. Do I need to read it or?
No, I
The
just
correction,
want to make sure
okay.
everyone.
All right, so of the administrative code for emergency filing, okay.
And I'm still willing to make the motion. Thank
Mr.
you.
Graham is still,
And I'll
Second.
second, yeah.
okay. All right, because we are on teams, I will take a roll call vote. Mr. George,
Yes.
Mr. Bukta,
Yes.
Ms. Bittner,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Grimm,
Yes.
Mr. Hubert, you need to unmute, Mr. Hubert.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Whiston,
Yes.
the motion passes 8-0. There is nothing else on the agenda. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr.
Whitson.
President,
I think that was Ms. Ferris starting as motion to adjourn.
Mr.
Is there a
President,
second?
yes.
Yes.
And who was that?
It's, Leonard, Mr. Houston.
Mr. Hubert? All right. I will again take a roll call vote to adjourn. Mr. George,
Yes.
Mr. Bukta,
Yes.
Ms. Bittner,
Yes.
Ms. Ferris,
Yes.
Mr. Grimm,
Yes.
Mr. Hubert,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Whiston.
Yes.
The meeting is now adjourned at 1:36 p.m. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Sorry, my thing's still going. My bad.
my bad. So it just looks like they're just scheduling 7OH, and I believe that, like, you're right. I think they added the other derivatives of 7OH. You know, I think
Yeah.
pseudodoxil was included and the MGM.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? As we were watching that, I got the alert that those middle schoolers in Georgia didn't even ingest kratom gummies.
That's what Mac was saying something like that, like you'd be surprised. What was it?
It just says that the Walker County Sheriff's Office says that after an investigation into 3 students becoming ill after ingesting a substance of what was believed to be kratom, further testing and examination revealed that the substance did not contain kratom or any other illegal substance. On October 29, 2025, Walker County Dispatch notified deputies that 3 middle school students at Saddle Ridge Middle School had become ill after ingesting a suspected gummy substance. It was suspected that the substance caused the students to have severe nausea with lethargic motor skills. All 3 of the students were transported to area hospitals for treatment and were later released. Working with the American Kratom Association, the evidence was sent to the University of Florida Clinical and Translational Science Institute, which is Dr. McCurdy's stuff, for testing and examination. This week, the Sheriff's Office received the lab report indicating that the gummy substance did not test positive for kratom, nor did it test positive for 64 other illicit drugs. They say with no illegal substance identified, the investigation will be closed. What the hell did they take?
I think, in my personal opinion, I think it was like Delta 8 or something like that. I guarantee that's what it was.
I mean,
or it was like some vitamin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some multivitamin, and they just blew it all out of proportion.
Now, kratom danger awareness, you can't be using that as you testify about middle school students getting sick of kratom gummies.
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, as far as like, I believe it's 7OH, pseudodoxil, MGM 15.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like they call it kratom or mitragynine compounds or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really consider it. I think it was confusing. It's always confusing how the legal people,
language is.
Yeah, dude, it's always confusing.
So, I mean, it sounds like that they all voted yes to schedule 7OH in Ohio. So, if you're on 7OH and you're in Ohio, now is the time. Now's the time to get off. I don't know if possession is included in this scheduling or not, but well, shit, it would be, huh? Because if it's Schedule 1 drug.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so too. I'll wait till the American Kratom Association posts up something, or what have you. But, now's the time to get off. What people are doing on my TikTok, on my social media platforms, period, is either one, they're getting on MAT treatment. But I would say that should be your second thought. But what majority of the people are doing they are getting a lab tested mitragynine extract, and then they then they transition to whole leaf lab tested powder. And then they taper from there if they're just completely done with it all. But majority of people on my comments, especially on TikTok, have been successful on that route. And then the other people have gotten successful on getting on MAT.
Yeah, so yes, Catherine, is technically yes, it is Schedule 1. And yeah, you're right, Mel. They're of course gonna start pointing the blame at the AK for something.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
And they really need to point, and I've told this to them a million times, you need to blame the 7OH industry for this. Because they mass produced and marketed to the public without any scientific data, and they piggybacked off of kratom's namesake to skirt the law.
Yeah.
So you need to blame the 7OH industry, and I've said this too a million times. They've made billions. The estimated number is $2 to $8 billion within 2 years. They've
Well,
made
even
billions.
like them saying that they had scientific data, and then when it came down to it,
They couldn't find
have
it.
Right.
Yeah. It all of a sudden ghosted them.
It's like, oh, psych, we actually don't have that.
Like, oops, my bad. We don't have any scientific data, but here, let me do a Beagle study that was flawed to begin with.
Man, Bunny, you
What'd
hit
you
the
say?
nail on the head, girl.
I
I've seen
see
a
it.
lot of pro 708ers getting mad at Kratom advocates, but all they do is argue in comments, never speaking up and out about their arguments anywhere. It could make a difference.
Yeah. Yes.
Amen.
Yes, indeed. I can't stress enough that all you had to do was advocate. Don't go out, don't shoot the messenger, which is me and Jen, you know, or anybody else that's been advocating for Kratom, whole leaf Kratom. You know, we just been out here trying to show y'all the science or lack thereof science. And we have been
the difference.
Yes.
Educate on the difference because they are not the same.
That's all we've been doing. I've never advocated for it to be banned or scheduled or anything like that.
Yeah. And I don't believe in the whole Schedule 1 thing. But again, I'm not going to advocate for it because
I'm not either.
I'm not, you know, I'm just not going to advocate for it. Period.
It's not Kratom.
Right.
It's not what saved me. It's not my problem, I guess you could say. And if you want to look at me as the enemy, fucking go right ahead. I don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not wasting my energy and time arguing back and forth. That's just stupid. You're not going to be my energy vampire because I know Misty, you've had a lot of energy vampires after you.
I have, and I had to wind up blocking them. You know, I'm done. I'm fed up. I'm done. You know, if you guys look at my TikTok videos, it is pretty much 90% of it is just all the news stories that came out. And then we have to sit behind the scenes and we attend all these hearings.
Yeah.
We attend them. Where are y'all? And it averages about 3 hearings a day. It has never been this way in my 6.5 years of advocacy. Never.
No, I've never seen it this bad, especially this time of the year. Denise, they scheduled 708, pseudoindoxil, and MGM-15.
You know, yeah, if 708 works for you, get off of social media and advocate in your community. If not, stop sitting there, like Max says, being a keyboard commando while sitting commando. I added that part. But, you know, stop, get off social media and stop blaming the American Kratom Association. Stop blaming us Kratom advocates. It's not us.
Yeah.
Your industry failed you, and they are continuing to do that. I'm sorry, but I get fed up. I'm fed up.
I think we all are. I mean, I think we all are. It's just, like I said, it's like a vampire sucking energy.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, and then you got Kratom Danger Awareness using the same freaking talking points that the 708ers use. Yes, we know that there's 708 in the leaf after we ingest in our bodies. Our bodies naturally convert metragenine into 708 naturally. That is totally different than the products that are on the market today that will hit you like a Mack truck. I'm done. I'm fed up. It's the end of the year. And like I said the other night in our meeting, you know, we've attended, I'm guesstimating it's 75 to 80 hearings just this year alone. And it picked up steam after the FDA, DEA, and HHS did their press conference on July 29th. We have been inundated big time with meetings. And I'm not sitting in those meetings saying, hey, yay, yeah, let's ban the 708. I'd just be helping them try to differentiate it.
And learn the difference and educate them that there is a difference. I mean, that's the problem, is that they are not knowing the difference. It's frustrating. It really is. I mean, anybody with any sense can see that it's changed since 70H has been put out on the market. So, I mean, it doesn't take a scientist or, you don't have to make a 33 on your ACT to figure out that it's not been good for Kratom's name at all, period.
Some communities want to just ban it all because they don't want to deal with it.
Exactly.
And we listen to them speak, and it's 70H that is running rampant in their communities. You got people going bankrupt over this shit, and then they complain to the city councils and stuff like that. But the city council, and then when we try to teach them that there is a difference between the whole leaf powder and 70H, you can easily see it. The 70H is mainly sold out of blister packs, and you got to score up the tablet, supposedly.
And the news doesn't help.
No.
When they report it, they don't help at all. They'll say 70H, then they'll show pictures of powdered kratom, and then they'll just interchange the two words like it's no big deal. So, I mean, it's just that it's a fucking dumpster fire, dude. It's a dumpster fire. It is. It's like, at this point, it's just damage control.
It is. It really is.
It's insane. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll hear all about.
It's your fault. Oh my God, it's your fault. You shouldn't have
Thanks
been posting
a lot,
that.
Mac.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, the AKA shot themselves in the foot. No, the fuck they didn't. The AKA is doing damage control just like us advocates are. While the freaking 70H industry is sitting on their billions of dollars that they made.
I was just looking at that middle school thing again. So if it's no illegal substance, maybe it was multivitamins. That's
maybe.
insane.
I don't know. Are the Delta products legal in Georgia?
I don't know. I mean, they're legal in Tennessee. But I mean, you would think if they were like a substance that's like 21 or 21 and above, they would be considered illegal in a school. So I don't know. You can't, the way the news reports shit, you can't even hardly. You have to just find out yourself. But yeah, it would be funny if it was a multivitamin. It wouldn't be funny. It would just show you how ridiculous
they ran with the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because they said that story, Kratom danger awareness. Yeah, I'm name dropping y'all now. Back in the day, I used to say our opposition group, but no, I'm name dropping you, Kratom danger awareness folks.
Yeah.
Y'all can't run with this story now.
Nope.
That's how it should be done. A proper investigation needs to be done. I don't know if you saw what I posted on X about the Ohio mother from that hearing, the Ohio.
Yes. And
Ohio Senate Committee
hearing.
I have
so much respect for that lady.
Me too. And it's like, and like I said, I wonder how many other mothers, fathers, family members have been told that their loved ones died from a kratom overdose, all because the medical examiner pretty much threw his hands up in the air, or her hands, and was like, oh, kratom was found on scene, so it's a kratom death.
Yep. And it's not fair. It's not fair to everybody involved. It's really not.
So, her, like I said, she said that, kratom was saving him for 5 years. And, the very next day was when the medical examiner and told her it was a kratom overdose. All because kratom was found on the scene.
And like, no, it didn't sit right with her.
So she pursued. She was like a chihuahua on an ankle. She pursued the truth. And she had to wind up suing the medical examiner. So that's why I tagged Governor DeWine. Yes, they scheduled 70H today. I don't know when that goes into effect, but he's also taking action on whole leaf kratom, natural kratom too. So he's going to leave that up to the legislative process to do that. So anybody living in Ohio, y'all better be ready You know,
Yeah.
get your shields up, warriors, because it's
Mhm.
going to be another fight.
Yeah, the emergency scheduling was just for like the 7OH, pseudoindoxil, and MGM 15, but he is going after them. He's just doing it, you know, the whole process. So he's not
Yep.
including it in the scheduling today.
Now, I remember years ago when the Ohio Board of Pharmacy did this same thing for Kratom. And I remember seeing the pictures of how the room was filled up with like 300 and something advocates. They had to wave the
Yeah.
white flag, you know? So you Ohio warriors need to get your shields up because it's coming.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
It's not our fault.
No.
Not our fault. Don't you dare come blaming me or the AKA. It's not.
Well, I guess we're going to get off here, but we'll keep everybody posted if anything changes or whatever.
Yep. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching the live.
Have a wonderful